Hello?
Hey Mike, how are things back at home?
About the same. Reading an interesting autobiography. What about you?
Nothing that interesting. Just gave someone a speeding ticket earlier. Any luck job hunting?
I've tried making some calls. Nobody seems that interested though.
You know, I saw an advertisement in the newspaper during my break. Looks like that one family restaurant is looking for work.
Which one? Freddy's?
It's the only one in town, yeah. Think you're interested?
I think I'll try giving them a call. Thanks for the heads up, Ness.
You're welcome. I need to get back on duty now, though. Wish you luck.
Thanks a lot. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
I hope they have a coffee machine. Since when was there a chicken? Just 6 hours of this for a week.
Hello? I wanted to record a message for you to, help you get settled in on your first night. Believe it or not, I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact. So, I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. You'll do fine. So, let's just focus on getting you through your first week, okay? Let's see. First, there's an introductory greeting from the company that I'm supposed to read. It's kind of a legal thing, you know. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Upon discovering that damage or death has occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days, or as soon as property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned of bleach and the carpets have been replaced. Blah, blah, blah. Now, that might sound bad, I know, but there's really nothing to worry about, alright? Also, I want to give you a huge thanks for actually taking the shift this week, since we were kinda tight in legal settlements, so, thanks a lot. Oh, also, while I remember, this is very important, by the way, so listen up. You see those cutesy little characters up on the stage? Those are the animatronics here. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, respectively. Those animatronics here, they do get a bit, what's the word, quirky at night, but do I blame them? Absolutely not. Look, from their perspective, if I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got a bath, I'd probably be a bit irritable at night too. So remember, these characters hold a special place in the hearts of children, so obviously we're gonna need to show them a little respect, right? Okay, so just a heads up, the characters do tend to wander a bit. They're left in some kind of free roaming mode at night. Something about their servos locking up that they get turned off for too long. They used to be allowed to walk around during the day too, but then there was the bite of 87. Yeah. It's amazing that the human body can live without the frontal lobe, you know? Also, just wanted to mention something about the power here. Now let me tell you something, this building's old, and I mean like old. So the power here gets a bit trippy. And see the doors on your left and right? Those are used to keep intruders out, and to, you know, keep yourself safe. So, if the power does happen to run out, the doors go up. It's kind of a failsafe, so you don't get stuck inside there. Now, concerning your safety, the only real risk to you as a night watchman here, if any, is the fact that these characters, if they happen to see you after hours during your shift, probably won't recognize you as a person. They'll probably, they'll most likely see you as a metal endoskeleton without its costume on. Now that sounds very bizarre, but stick with me on this one. Now, since that's technically against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try to, forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with, cross beams, wires, and animatronic devices. Especially around, you know, the facial area. So you can imagine how having your head forcefully pressed inside one of those could cause a bit of discomfort and possibly death. The only parts of you that will likely see the light of day again would be your eyeballs and teeth when they pop out from the mask. Yeah, did they not tell you this when they signed you up? But hey, first day should be a breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow. Check with cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary. Gotta conserve power, alright? Good night.
I wish they had a coffee machine. This place is a wreck. Let's just get this over with.
Hello? Well, if you're hearing this and you made it to day 2, congrats! I won't talk quite as long this time since Freddy and his friends tend to become more active as the week progresses. It might be a good idea to peek at those cameras while I talk, just to make sure everyone's in their proper place, Interestingly enough, Freddy himself doesn't really come off stage very often. Freddy becomes a lot more active in the dark though, so hey, I guess that's one more reason not to run out of power, right? I also want to emphasize the importance of using your door lights. There are some blind spots in your camera views, and those blind spots have to be right outside your doors. So if you can't find something, or in this case, someone, on your cameras, be sure to check the door lights. You might only have a few seconds to react. Not that you would be in any danger, of course. I'm not implying that. Also, check on the curtain in Pirate Cove from time to time. The character in there seems unique in that, he becomes more active if the cameras remain off for long periods of time. I guess he doesn't like being watched. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure you have everything under control. Talk to you soon.
Just 3 more nights. I have a bad feeling about this.
Hello? Hello? Hey, you're doing great. Most people don't last as long. I mean, you know, they usually move on to other things by now. I'm not implying that they died, absolutely not. That's not what I meant. Anyway, I better not take up too much of your time. Things start getting real tonight. Hey listen, I had an idea. If you happen to get caught and want to avoid getting stuffed into your Freddy suit, how about trying to play dead? You know, go limp. Then there's a chance that, maybe they'll think that you're an empty costume instead. Then again, if they think you're an empty costume, they might try to stuff a metal skeleton into you. I wonder how that would work. Yeah, never mind, scratch that. It's, just best not to get caught. Also, while I remember, you know the endoskeleton sitting backstage, right? So, that little bugger tends to be a bit of a pain at times, especially during later shifts. It usually tends to make its way from the backstage towards the generator room to fill with a generator, which in turn drains your power. Your lights will start flickering like crazy too. In case that ever does happen, just flick the switch that's at the back of the office. It'll turn off the power for a bit, but it makes the endo short circuit, causing it to reset. Just make sure to turn the power back on, you know. Don't want to be alone in the dark for too long. Okay, I think that's about it. I'll leave you to it. See you on the flip side.
Only 2 more to go. They should give me a taser.
Hello? Hello? Hey, wow, day 4. I knew you could do it. Hey, listen, I may not be around to send you a message tomorrow. It's been a bad night here for me. I'm kinda glad that I recorded my messages for you, when I did. Hey, do me a favor. Maybe sometime, you could check inside those suits in the back room. Gonna try to hold out until someone checks. Maybe it won't be so bad. I always wondered what was in all those empty heads back there. You know... Oh no. Oh no. No. No, no, no!
They should give me a taser.
「 Hello? Hello? Hey, wow, day 4. I may not be around to send you a message tomorrow. It's been a bad night here for me. I'm kinda glad that I recorded my messages for you, when I did. Hey,
Hopefully they pay me lots. I can do this.
Maybe it won't be so bad. Most people don't last as long.
Hopefully they pay me lots. I can do this.
Hello? This is Freddy's, right? I have the Body's Family Special looks nice. Oh, Chica's wings. What about you guys?
Yeah, can I get the Foxy sub with 7 pies, 1 birthday cake, and 10 of those, like, sticks with the cinnamon on it.
Are you ordering for us or for yourself?
I want a Foxy sub, a grilled cheese,
like my
2
stepdad
pieces of
here.
candy. I want iced tea, Chica wings, basma, and a combo pizza.
Guys, we're literally please.
Sure, but can I get the, I'll just get a standard pepperoni.
Wait, did you even get like the right number this time, or?
Yeah, I'm sure this is right. Anyway, that'll be all, thanks, man. Is anyone there? Hello?
Bro, we already know you got the wrong number. Just put the phone down.
Oh, for God's sake.
Hopefully they pay me lots. I can do this.
Mm-hmm.